Welcome to our mini pitch presentation and system demo for Room Lab Equipment Inventory System. My name is Sir Louis M. Olion, together with Aliyah Lee Barahoet, Hope Manrique, and John Wayne Unisa. So the purpose of this project is the Room Lab Equipment Inventory System is a centralized platform designed to track, manage, and monitor laboratory and computing equipment used within the College of Computer Studies. The system enhances accountability, streamlines inventory management, and ensures timely repair and maintenance. The scope of this project will be the system provides module for equipment tracking, borrowing, maintenance report, and report generation. It also supports multiple user roles with varying access level. It includes payment processing and mobile app version, only web-based. So who are the intended users? So first one is the admin. The admin has the full access and control of the system. Second one is faculty and staff. The faculty and staff can request and borrow equipment. For lab technician, the lab technician can approve requests and maintain equipment. And finally, the student assistant. The student assistant assists with inventory updates and logistics.
So, dito naman tayo sa functional requirements. For user management, yung functional requirements number 1 niya is the system shall allow user registration, login, logout, and password recovery. Number 2 is the system shall allow administrators to assign user roles such as administrator, faculty or staff, lab technician, and student assistant. Next is the system shall allow administrators to add, update, and remove user accounts. Next is the system shall implement role-based access control to restrict unauthorized actions. So for our equipment inventory management, the functional requirements number 5 is the system shall allow users to add, update, and delete equipment records. Next is the system shall store equipment details including equipment ID, name, model, brand, serial number, acquisition date, cost, supplier info, condition, and yung assigned room or lab. Functional requirements number 7 naman is the system shall allow tracking of equipment, location, and movement across room and labs. So for our room and laboratory management naman, functional requirements number 8 is the system shall allow administrators to define and manage rooms and laboratories. Number 9 is the system shall store room details including name, location, assigned lab technicians, and list of equipment. Number 10 naman is the system shall provide a real-time view of available and assigned equipment in each room. So for our borrowing and return management naman, functional requirements number 11 is the system shall allow faculty and students to request to borrow equipment. Number 12 is the system shall allow lab technicians para i-approve or reject yung mga borrowing requests. Number 13 is yung system dapat is nagtatrack ng mga borrowing details such as the borrower name, borrowed items, borrowed date, and return due date. Number 14 is yung system dapat ay nagsisend ng reminders para sa mga overdue returns. Number 15 naman is yung system dapat ay nagre-record ng mga condition of equipment before at saka pagtapos hiramin. So maintenance and repair tracking. Number 16 is the system shall allow users to submit maintenance or repair requests. Next is the system shall store repair details such as equipment ID, issue description, date reported, assigned technician, and repair status. Yung functional requirements number 18 naman is the system shall generate alerts for overdue and unresolved maintenance task.
So for functional requirements natin, so the system shall generate reports including equipment status. So for equipment status reports, so dito pinapakita yung mga equipment, kung ano yung equipment na available, ginagamit, or yung mga under repairs. And then for borrowing history, so dito makikita naman yung mga equipment na nahiram, sino yung hiniram, at kailan hiniram at binalik. And then sa maintenance logs, so dito naman nakalagay yung mga history na naayos na equipment, like kung ano yung naging problema or sino yung nag-ayos ng problem. And then sa depreciation data, so dito nakalagay naman yung kung gaano kababa yung halaga ng equipment compared do sa original price. Like, halimbawa, kung mahal mo siya binili ng una, so habang tumatagal, is bumababa yung presyo o yung worth nun. And then next is FR20. So the system shall allow exporting of reports in PDF and Excel formats. And then sa FR21, so the system shall maintain audit logs for actions such as user login, equipment edits, borrowing, and maintenance entries. And then for FR22, so the system shall allow administrators to view and filter logs for auditing and security purposes. So si admin is pwede niya makita lahat ng mga activity logs sa system, and pwede rin niya ma-filter para makita yung mga specific actions like sa pagla-login or di kaya sa borrowing history para ma-ensure yung security ng system. And then next is non-functional requirements. So in performance, so and FR1, so the system shall support at least 50 concurrent users. So dapat kaya ng system na mag-handle ng 50 users na sabay-sabay without slowdowns. And then for security, so the system shall encrypt passwords and sensitive data. So yung mga password at yung mga sensitive information is dapat secured and gumagamit ng encryption. And then next is the system shall implement role-based access control. So, nakadepende sa role ng user kung ano lang yung pwede nilang i-access o gawin doon sa system. And then next is, the system shall log all transactions for audit and security purposes. So dito is nakarecord yung mga activities ng system para matrace yung mga issues or yung mga security breach. And then next is usability. So NFR5, so the system shall have a user-friendly interface accessible via a web browser. And then next is NFR6, so the system shall be responsive and mobile-friendly. And then for availability and reliability, so for NFR7, so the system shall have 99.5% uptime, ensuring availability during school hours. And then next is NFR8, so the system shall support automated daily backups. So dapat is automatic na nagba-backup yung system per day para may copy yung lahat ng data if ever man magkaroon ng technical issue or data loss.
And now for the system demonstration. So, for this system, meron po tayong login and register form. So, before this presentation starts, gumawa na po ako ng mga accounts po. One user per role po. So, one user for administrator, faculty, lab technician, and student assistant. So, maglalagin na lang po tayo. So, let's start po muna sa admin side. Ipapakita ko po muna ang administrator side po sa system po natin. So dito po sa admin dashboard, pwede po tayo dito mag-manage users, mag-manage equipment, mag-manage po ng rooms, at mag-view po ng mga borrowing request at mag-view din ng mga pending request po sa maintenance. So sa users naman po, ito po. So sa users po, pwede po tayo dito as an administrator, pwede po tayo dito mag-add ng new user. So tapos dito po sa mga actions po sa ating table po ng mga users ay pwede po tayo mag-edit. Edit po ng mga information ng mga users at an admin. Tapos, pwede din po tayo ditong mag-add ng equipment and mag-update or delete ng equipment. So, try po natin mag-add ng new equipment. So, halimbawa, ang equipment name na lang natin is whiteboard. So, yung category na lang po natin dito is furniture. So, yung serial number is kahit ano na lang po yung ating i-enter. So, sa model, kahit ano na lang din po. Purchase date ay kahit ngayon na lang din po natin i-date. Then, yung warranty na lang po is halimbawa mga 2 years. Then, active po yung status. Then, then the condition will be new. The location is try natin i-locate ito sa lab 1, yung whiteboard. Okay. So, mag-add po tayo ng equipment. So, yan po, makikita na po natin is na nalisa na po dito or na-insert po natin dito yung bagong equipment. So, for the rooms naman po, so pwede dito tayo mag-add ng rooms at mag-add ng equipment sa room. So, halimbawa, meron na tayo ditong dalawang rooms, so like 1 and lab 1. So, try natin mag-add ng equipment sa like 1. So, yung whiteboard na nilagay natin sa lab 1 kanina, try natin i-move sa like 1. So, try natin i-move. So, i-view natin yung details ng room. Then, yung equipment natin. Then, ito, ayan, so by clicking this button, so ito yung move button natin. Ayan, so current location niya is lab 1. So, yung ilalagay natin na new location niya is like 1 since ililipat nga natin yung whiteboard from lab 1 to like 1. So, reason for movement, kahit na lang dito yung whiteboard na lang at it's move. Ayan. So, i-view movements natin. So, ayan. So, dito sa equipment movement, dito natin marilista yung movement history ng mga mga equipment natin. Yan. So, kanina, so this is isang item pa lang equipment dito sa like 1, hindi pa natin na-add yung whiteboard. So, nung na-add na natin yung whiteboard, so naging 2 items na siya. Ayan. So, let's try na mag-log in as a student, I mean sa a faculty para manghiram ng equipment. Ayan. So, nag-log in na po tayo as a faculty. So, sa quick action, so pwede tayo dito mag-borrow ng equipment, mag-report at issue at mag-browse ng equipment. So, try natin hiramin yung printer. Yan, so borrow date, ilagay na lang natin is today. Then, yung reason of borrowing is print document na lang. Then, submit borrowing request. Ayan. So, dito sa borrowing request, tawag dito, hindi pa talagang pwedeng like patanggap ni faculty yung equipment kapag hindi pa ito like ina-accept or pending pa lang yung status nung borrowing request. So try natin ulit na mag-login as administrator para i-accept yung borrowing request ni faculty. Ayan, so makikita natin dito yung borrowing request merong isang pending approval. So ayan. So i-approve na natin siya. Approve request para mahiram na ni faculty. So sa pagre-return naman ng equipment, so mag-login tayo ulit as a faculty. Ayan, so i-view natin yung borrowed items. So pwede natin ditong mag-view yung ating um, borrowing request details. Tapos pwede rin natin siyang i-return. So i-return na natin siya ngayon. Ayan, so i-return na natin siya ngayon. Ayan. So ayan yung status is returned na siya. So for the maintenance report naman, so try natin mag-login as student assistant para mag-request ng maintenance para sa isang equipment. Ay, magdagdag pala tayo ng new maintenance report para matingnan natin kung ano yung process. So halimbawa sa television, so halimbawa is broken screen. So select na lang natin yung priority at video. Tapos double click na rin sa Ayan. So dito sa maintenance reports, parang katulad lang din siya nung sa um, borrowing ng equipment kanina. So um, hindi mag-update yung status hanggat hindi ginagalaw ni administrator or ni lab technician yung status ng maintenance report. So try natin mag-login as a lab technician para i-update yung status ng maintenance. Ay, sorry, mali yung password. So dito sa maintenance, meron na tayo isang pending request. Ayan, so ito yung ginawa natin na maintenance report kanina. So, ayan. Tapos, pwede din natin siyang i-assign muna natin yung maintenance sa ating lab technician. So, pwede natin i-assign natin to sa assign to may gawa kasi pwede natin siyang i-assign sa sarili natin since nag-login tayo as a lab technician. Ayan, so, wala na siyang pending maintenance request kasi nasa in progress maintenance na siya. So, pwede natin siyang i-update yung progress or i-mark as complete na kung naayos na yung certain equipment. So, for this demonstration, so i-mark as complete na lang natin. So, fix television. Ayan, so since complete na yung maintenance, so wala na siyang pending maintenance request and in progress maintenance. So, for the report generation naman and audit trail logs, makikita lang yun sa administrator side. So, try natin ulit mag-login as administrator. Ayan, so unahin ko muna yung sa audit trail log since nandito na tayo sa dashboard. So, sa audit trail log, pwede din makita to sa dashboard ng administrator. So, nandito yung mga like recent system activity natin or yung mga history nung mga nangyayari sa buong kabuuan ng system. So makikita to lahat-lahat ni administrator. Yan. So for the generate reports naman, so dito pwede tayong mag-generate ng report type. So ayan, so try natin mag-generate ng report sa using equipment status. So date range natin is 27 hanggang let's say hanggang 30, May 30. Ayan. So meron na tayo dito equipment status report. So makikita natin dito yung mga lahat-lahat ng status ng mga equipment. So ito yung preview, yun na makikita natin bago natin i-download yung report for the system demonstration. And that also concludes our mini pitching and system demonstration for our final examination. So thank you so much for listening.